Welcome back to Talk of the Town. You see her on the anchor desk every day here at News Channel 5, but you'll see a completely different side of Vicki Yates on Wild Wisdom Women, the podcast that she hosts along with her beautiful daughter, Tori, and we are delighted to have them both here on Talk of the Town. I love the podcast, y'all. It's so fun to listen to. And I know you all, but I feel like I'm getting to know you so much better.
That's great.
You're so open.
A little too open sometimes, but it's fun. It just feels like that's what you should do. You should be honest and tell the truth. If we're going to do it, we want to be honest about things. So.
Okay, so it's Wild Wisdom Women.
Wild
Yes.
Wisdom Women.
Who's wild, who's wisdom?
I am the wild. I'm the crazy one with the tattoos, and my mom is the wise, sage, gorgeous woman that she is.
Yeah, right.
Although
okay.
I gotta say, you're pretty wise yourself for somebody in her 30s.
Honestly, I just osmosis. She's just teaching me everything.
What kinds of things do you talk about on the podcast?
Wow.
Life, relationships, motherhood.
Motherhood. Sometimes we talk about things that are going on in just pop culture. We talk about a lot of that,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of things that come to us. We don't plan things out. We'll kind of say, what do you want to talk about tonight? But we don't like make plans and a list of, okay, we got to touch this, this, and this.
Yeah. What would surprise people the most about both of you? Start with you, Tori.
I think maybe I tend to be more of the wild child. So maybe the side of me that is more wise can come out on the podcast. So I think people might be shocked to see that.
Yeah.
For me at least.
Okay.
How about you, Vic?
I think for me, people would be most surprised to find out that I'm vulnerable. That when you see people doing the news, you just think they're very professional, and I'm not saying I'm not professional, but
they're
sometimes,
bulletproof.
But they're
Yeah.
bulletproof, yeah, and we're not. I'm not. So, and I like to tell people about that. It just kind of started out that way, and I just kind of kept going.
I mean, you shared recently that you have panic attacks.
I have panic attacks.
Never knew that about you.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes, I do. But I was mentioning in one of our recent podcasts that since I've announced it, I haven't had that many. So it's almost like it was freeing for me.
Shine a light on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you talk about your depression.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where if you don't have shame for something, it takes the power away from it. And I think there's so many people out there who are suffering from panic attacks or depression, and it's just good sometimes to hear that you're not alone and that you shouldn't try to hide it and keep it in the shadows.
Right,
So.
exactly.
It's not all serious, though. I mean, you guys have so much fun on this podcast. It makes it a joy to listen to. It really does, because you laugh, but you learn something too. And I think is your goal to empower women? Is that where you're really going?
It really is, because there's so many women out there who talk and don't know where to go or don't know what to say because they're afraid that they'll be judged. And we're just trying to tell you that you're not going to be judged here, because we all make mistakes. We all say things we shouldn't have said. But in the end, we're helping each other. And I think that's the biggest thing we can do.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback have you had?
I think people just really love it, and it's a range of people and a range of cities and states that reach out to me about it. A number of my friends want my mom to be their mom.
Oh yeah, don't we all?
I'm not sharing, so
I'll adopt.
So that's kind of the feedback that I get from it.
Yeah, and people say you and your daughter seem to have such a great relationship, and I'm really glad that they see that, because I think we do too. And it's natural. It's not. We don't force it. I mean, we don't get along all the time. We have disagreements, but for the most part, we get along.
Well, thanks for telling us about it. It's a perfect thing for us to do for Mother's Day. Grab your mama if you can and listen to Wild Wisdom Women. It's a podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Spotify. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
You too.